Hey, what's going on, World Ventures? Akil Huntley-Cooper, National Marketing Director. Super excited about tomorrow, especially. We got blitzes all day. And so what I want to do is I just want to share with everybody what we've been doing on our team and showing you guys some of our best practices. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for you. Boom, jump right into this for you. So check it out, guys. This is what's going on tomorrow is, last week what we did was we did a lot of blitzing, and what blitzing is getting people on these Zooms and going back to back, hour after hour. We had over 5,500 people that saw this information last week. We had one of the biggest weeks ever. We want you to be a part of it this week. So I'm going to teach you. People ask me all the time, Akil, how do you get so many people on these Zooms? All right, well, I'm going to show you. So first thing is you got to get through that cell phone. That cell phone right here, boom. I want you to pull up your contact list, and I want you to just start going through it. And here's how we're going to go through it. Texting. Here's a simple strategy. Text everybody in your phone, 20 people at a time, copy, paste, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Not group text, just one at a time. Happy New Year. Right? Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Akil, Happy New Year. What do you mean, January 1st? It doesn't matter. No one was paying attention on December 31st and January 1st. They were all dancing, having a good time. Here's where it counts, you guys, is I text people all the time. I'm going to be doing this till March, April. I'm going to be texting Happy New Year. And the reason why it works is because I haven't seen my buddy Adem since last year. So even though it's today, January 7th or January 8th or whatever the date is, I can still text Happy New Year, and he's going to hit me back like, hey, what's the good, Akil? Happy New Year. And after you say Happy New Year, the next thing that you can say is you can say something like this. Man, everything is good. When are you not busy for 30 minutes tomorrow? And all we're doing, or if you're watching this and it's January 8th and we're starting our blitz schedule all over again on January 8th, when are you not busy for 30 minutes today, right? And that works. Here's another strategy. Text to 15 to 25 people at a time and just say, hey, are you free in the next 15 minutes? Now, here's the psychology behind this. This is why I do this, is because I don't necessarily have time with all these Zooms going on. I want to get as many people on these Zooms as possible. So I don't have time to just call everybody and just wait for voicemails. So what I do is I put it in a position where I can reach out to the people who are open right now. So if I'm texting 15 to 25 people, or if you're texting 15 to 25 people, hey, are you free in the next 15 minutes? What's going to happen is a few of those people, 2 or 3 of them are going to say, yeah, I'm free right now. And here's what you do when you find out they're free. You just call them. You just call them. And again, you're just copying and pasting this message in red. You're sending it to people individually. You can personalize it with their name. But the ones that message you back and say they're free, just call them. That's the deal. And so here's what I do when I call. Number one, I got to tell you guys, you got to be excited. See, here's how a lot of us talk. We talk like this on a regular, but I'm telling you, if you want people to call you in the new year, you got to be excited. You got to give them a reason to want to follow you onto that Zoom. And then the next thing I always tell people is I say, move around. See, what I do is I stand up and I make sure that when I'm on my phone, I'm like on my phone, I'm running around the house, I'm getting my heart rate up, I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm getting excited, right? I'm going back and forth, and I'm like, hey, listen, Chris, I got something huge going on, man. I want you to check this out. But you guys, you see the excitement in my voice? You see how I get all excited when I'm going through this information with people? And then the next thing you do is you got to ask for permission. You got to ask for a time. And so what I mean by that is this. When you say to somebody, hey, I'm excited, check it out. What are you doing in the next? And I always look. So if I'm calling at 7 o'clock or 7:30, let's say I'm calling at 7:30. The next Zoom is at 8. So I'm looking at the schedule. So at 7:30, I say, hey, what are you doing in 30 minutes? And then they say, nothing, I'm free. All right, cool. I'm going to send you this link. I want you to check everything out, and I'll get right back to you. And I'll type that up for you guys here in a second. Or if they say I'm not free in the next 30 minutes, I always go for that next Zoom slot. I always go for the closest Zoom slot. If they can't hit that one, then what I do is I say, what time are you not busy for 30 minutes today? Gotcha. Because at some point today, they're not a machine. At some point today, they got to break down. They got to have a free moment. And so I hit them in that free moment, whether it's 7, 8, or 9, whatever they say. And then I just say this. I say, okay, I'll send you this link, and I want you to hop on and listen. And then I'll quickly edify the person who's presenting. So check this out. Come January 8th, and we're going to, who knows how long we're going to do this, but we're definitely doing this on January 8th, right? So at 2 o'clock, if I'm edifying Keith Willis, I'm going to be like, man, Keith Willis, he's an amazing leader. He's had a lot of success in this idea. The reason why I wanted you to get on this particular one is because he's the best one in the company to show you what's going on. Hey, 4 o'clock, Darren Walker. 3 o'clock, Michelle Grant. The reason why I wanted you on at 3 with Michelle is because she's the best one in the company to explain this idea. I knew your personalities would connect. I mean, it doesn't have to be anything major. If you know some more about each presenter, that's cool. But, you know, I just believe in just telling people, hey, you know, this person, you know, Akil, or this person, Michael or Greg, Martin, super successful, easy to talk to. You know, it's quick. And then another strategy is, you know, just simply text to 15 to 25 people. Here, are you free in the next 15 minutes? I'll be on listening, and I'll also call you back after it ends, right? Here's why this works. Because they're curious. This is exactly why this works every single time, because they're going to be curious. That's it. The more curious they are, the more likely they are to get on a Zoom. But they're not going to be curious if you sound like if you sound like a dead corpse, if you sound like you're still in 2017 or 2015. No, it's 2018, baby. You got to have that excitement in your voice. You got to stand up. You got to move around. You got to get passionate. So, you know, here's what I say after the Zoom is over. Call them back and use your upline to close. Know how to sign them up yourself. If your upline is MIA, you can't get available, you can't reach them. Then what I want you to do is I want you to close this on your own. And another thing that you can leave them with is you gotta leave them with something. And so this is something I want you to leave with is the success story sizzle line. Make sure you get this number over to them so they can hear the story, because what I know is facts tell, stories sell. We're gonna have a lot of different stories on each one of these Zooms, but there's going to be more stories afterwards that they can listen to. And I'm going to tell you, when I started seeing a bunch of people winning at something, that's when I knew that I could win too. And that's true for a lot of folks out there. So here's what I want as a call to action. Here's how I want you guys to go to bed tonight. And every night that we have these Zooms is I want you to make your hit list. I want you to write down 20 to 25 names. I want you to think about who you're going to have when you go to bed. When you pop up out of bed, you're going to have focus because you're going to have 20 to 25 names that you wrote down the night before, and you can start attacking that list going into the next day. So that's what I'm here to tell you guys. Again, this is going to be a huge, huge day on January 8th, which happens to be my birthday. So, hey, you know, you can send me books, I love personal development, anything you want to send me. But guys, that's it. Have a great night. Make it happen. Make today count. Make 2018 count for you and your family. And you can do it. All you need, listen to me here. All you need is 30 seconds of courage. You got to get this thing working for 30 seconds at a time, just 30 seconds of courage, and that can change the course of your family's life. So I look forward to seeing what you guys do with this information.